They've lost their job, are saying, how do I pay my bills when EI only covers half the worker's salary? Maybe 40 years ago that would have. It's not a very good math deal right there. You're saving people $2,000, but cost them tens of thousands of dollars.
Certainly slide goes he asked 5 things, however, he reduced his expectations. We're talking about the New York did not even answer any question the Canadians have to ask. Why? In Montreal, running the talking into the microphone. How can we possibly? Is your housing more affordable than it used to be? What is your cost of living like compared to what it was a decade ago? And are you prepared to elect the same Liberal MPs, the same Liberal ministers, the same Liberal staff? Judgments of the Supreme Court of Canada.
Also served in many critical posts as a cabinet minister, most recently as our Minister of National Defense. In all of Bill's roles, he's kept the concerns and well-being of the people of Scarborough Southwest uppermost in his mind. And just before we get to Bill's introduction and remarks, I would like to acknowledge the many people who have helped make tonight a success. In particular, I want to acknowledge some of our most generous donors. Alidar, Imad Khan, Michael Phillips, Caitlin Phillips, Chris Eklund, Ken Pierce, Sarah Chaudhry, Alamar Haidari, Rosemary and John Walcher, John and Kathy Phillips, Doris and Alan McWhirter, Summer Nadell, and all our other generous donors. And an additional special thank you to everybody on the Federal Liberal Association Executive Board, most of whom are here with us this evening. And a great big thanks to all our volunteers and our campaign staff team, Brady, Ryan, Alexa, Alex, and Max. And now I'd like to ask Malika Ghost to come up and introduce Bill. Malika, our school board trustee, Malika Ghost.
Hello everyone, my name is Malika Ghost. I'm the school board trustee for Scarborough Southwest. I'm here to introduce Bill. Thank you all for coming to this fundraiser event. I've known Bill for quite a long time. He's a great friend of my dad's, and let me tell you, he's a great leader. He's a good friend, and he really cares about the youth. He believed in me when I first got into politics, and that's one thing I really, really love about him. He always teaches you good lessons and tells you to never give up on your dreams. So I hope you guys can all vote for Bill on April 28th, okay? I want you guys all support him, handing out flyers, putting up signs, knocking doors, even telling your loved ones to come vote for him will be a great impact, and we can have Bill again in Scarborough Southwest. So welcome, Bill. Yes. Thank you for serving us, and we hope to serve us again.
Well, first of all, thank you very much, Malika, for that very kind introduction and for all of your hard work on behalf of our children. Ladies and gentlemen, I will keep my remarks very brief, and because I know many of you have been listening I hope I'm not interrupting you guys in the back. Just give me a second. I'll try to be fairly brief, but I also wanted to take this opportunity to say thank you to each and every one of you for joining us here this evening and for the support that you have provided to our efforts to represent this community. A political campaign can be a lot of hard work, and it involves some sacrifice. But it's all made possible, and it's all made worthwhile, because so many friends have stepped up to help in this campaign. And it's because you care about your community, and it's also because you care about your country. And as all of you are aware, this is an important election. This is an election where we're going to choose the government that's going to help us build this nation in order to resist the challenges that our friends in the United States are currently representing to us, but it's also to make a better country and a better life and a better microphone. It's also about making a better life for our children and for Scarborough Southwest. And so all of you inspire me every day through your commitment to this community to continue to work hard for this community. I am very grateful to all of you for all of your support. I'd also like to take the opportunity to thank the very many people that helped gather this event this evening, and they've worked very hard. As always, I would extend my very sincere appreciation to my dear friend Ellie Dar to make sure that we were all very well fed this evening. He always does a great job on that. And he brings so many of his friends and family out here as well. But all of you that have come to join us tonight really speak to the strength of the movement of the Liberal Party and the importance of leading this country and serving this country in the right way based on the values that I see represented in this room. So I will conclude my remarks with a very simple thank you. But I also want to ask for your help. We are running a long race, and we have not yet reached the end. We still have 10 days to go, and they're going to be 10 important days. We are now in the process of concluding the public debates. I am very hopeful that Canadians will see that Mark Carney, our leader, is the right person to lead this country. But I will tell you, when Mark Carney called me and said he was seeking the leadership of the Liberal Party, and he told me about what he wanted to do to build a stronger Canada, to resist the threat that the President of the United States represented, but also to build and protect Canadians over the next 4 years, I decided that that man needs to be the next Prime Minister of Canada, and I committed myself that I would do everything in my power to help him become the next Prime Minister of Canada. And I have been very fortunate, because in this community of Scarborough Southwest, all of you have joined me. You have joined all of us in this mission to make Mark Carney the next Prime Minister and to give this country a Liberal government based on the Liberal values that are so much on display in this room. So I want to say thank you to each and every one of you, and I have to ask for a little more help. Many of you have been so generous in providing the donations for this campaign, and now we need you to help us get the job done. Over the next 10 days, we have to get out the vote. We have been talking to thousands and thousands of people living here in Scarborough Southwest. And over the next 10 days, beginning tomorrow, we need to encourage them to go to the advanced polls and to vote on April 28th. They have to vote. I know many people in Scarborough Southwest support us, but it won't matter if they don't vote. And so I need you to continue to work hard. I need you to call your friends. I need you to come in and volunteer. We'll all go out together and we'll knock on doors. We'll phone the people of Scarborough Southwest. We'll remind them of why this is an important election. And if we do our jobs, and if we work hard, I am very confident that on the evening of April 28th, we will gather here once again.
Yes.
To celebrate our victory.
Yes.
Thank you all very much.
আমি যাই
Looking forward to the promises you will go forward.
ভিডিও
You got It takes now 17 years to get a major project approved in this country. That's why in the last 10 years,
That is what we need to do to solve that. Because that is what we need to do as a whole.
We keep proof you guys are here.
Economic crisis that's been forced on us by the president. The U.S. are changing. So the issue of affordability is still in the grocery prices. They were not stable. I appreciate it. It was only 10 years ago. You could buy an average house for $450,000. In the last one project, one review, and the line that's on provincial. Yes, it is possible under our system. It doesn't happen very often. Let me bring it forward. To have one Canadian economy instead of 13. First thing. Secondly, to commit the federal government to do its part by Canada. So free trade in Canada by Canada. Our economy is weaker than ever before. It's been focus on maximizing Canadian jobs, maximizing the clients in Canada that made Donald Trump in the U.S. a near monopoly over our energy. Possibly think it's a good idea to give Americans a continued monopoly. Street threat, illegal guns, and drugs coming across the border, and customs services to which is totally security.
Fundraising